Cameron in Nevada. Cameron, welcome to KGO. How are you?
Okay, I was going to comment on Ashburn, but he actually sparked an interesting point. Marriage, by definition, the term marriage was created by the church. So the church, as far as property rights are concerned, has the rights over the term marriage. So while the state's concerned with civil unions, which are the benefits of being married, the term shouldn't be applied to gay people unless the church itself decides it, because the church owns the definition, because they created the definition marriage. Now,
okay, but what about churches where it's okay? I mean, nobody would force a church to do it, but there are, as you know, some churches and some synagogues that are perfectly willing to do it.
Well, that's absolutely fine, but obviously those synagogues are factions of the higher institution, and obviously there's a set of leaders who make those types of decisions, and as long as those people can agree on it, I see no reason why they shouldn't be allowed to get married. My issue isn't really gay marriage. It's people trying to take labels that have been created by different organizations. For example, I can't go to a church and say, make me a clerk. I want to be called a clerk, or I want to be called a priest. Like, I can't just take that label for myself. That can't be granted to me by the federal government because of the fact that the church owns that label.
No, I've got that, but we've got marriage in state law, and we're getting into that, and I really want to talk about Ashburn, so let's get back to Ashburn.
Well, Ashburn, I think his excuse was perfectly legitimate because the platform he ran on was anti-gay marriage. Now he says he just wants to go with what his constituents want, and sure, he may have come out recently, but obviously he hadn't come out before he had announced his platform when he had run. So now, he's voting for the tax thing, and also he's voting for against gay marriage because that's the platform he ran on. It's perfectly consistent, and I don't see really any inconsistency.
Right, but on taxes, he voted for raising taxes when his constituents were against it.
Right, but the platform his constituents were against it, but the platform he ran on was the one he voted on as well. That was the platform he ran on.
Okay, so as long as it's what he ran on and he's a representative, it's not, Roy Ashburn knows what's right for you people, as long as it's what the people want and what they believed they were voting for when they put him in, we're cool. Is that it?
No. Presumably the people voted for him based on his platform, presumably. So even if the people change their mind later, it's not what the people want. Like, let's say they change their mind about gay marriage later. Generally, the people said, okay, well...
Okay, got it.
Yeah, it's based on the platform he was elected on, and he has to act not on what the people want now, but what they voted for him on his original platform, because that was initially what
I got it, Cameron. I got it. And that's a defensible point. This is how he introduced himself to the voters. This is how he said he would vote. Whether there's a hypocrisy in his own life is irrelevant to the fact that he told the voters this is how I'm going to vote, and that's how he actually voted. And I thank you for the call.